Well, hi there. My name is Dr. Dell, and you are a student who is getting ready to study high school math, I presume. And this is a message for you. The first thing I want to tell you is I want to assure you that you can certainly learn high school math and that it's going to be a lot of fun once you get started. Now, if you already like math, then that's really great. Then you're certainly going to love high school math, and you're going to find that it's pretty easy and a lot of fun when it's approached correctly. Mathematics is kind of like a game or a sport. The more you play, the better you're going to get, and the better you're going to understand it. But it's very important that you play it, not just read about it or hear about it. Now, you're going to learn that math is the foundation for virtually all technical fields in this modern world we live in, certainly including science and engineering, but everyday technical fields that you can do. Now, if it turns out that you don't like math for some reason, or maybe you're afraid of math, then I have something I really want to tell you, and that is it's not your fault. And in fact, it's not because you are bad at math, even though you might think that you're bad at math. You've probably just had a bad experience with math, and that's really no one's fault. It happens all the time. In fact, I would say this happens to a majority of kids today, and it always has really kind of been that way. And the good news is it can be corrected very quickly. So rest assured that you can learn math, and you can learn to find it easy and fun to do. So you might say, well, how do I know? How does Dr. Dell know that you can learn math? Well, let me ask you this. Can you play any complicated games of any kind? Card games, video games, sports, board games, whatever. If the answer to that is yes, that you can play games, then you can learn math. In fact, I guarantee it. So then the question becomes, well, if that's all true, what should I do or what should you do? Okay, now this is a script I'm following, as you can tell, and you can get a PDF copy of it if you want to read it. Well, here's one I can recommend to you. I have something that I call the Practical Math Foundations course, which you can read all about or hear all about on another video on another tab, and that's what you should do. You should take it. This Practical Math Foundations course is delivered over the internet, and it's going to be self-paced, so you can take it at your own pace. You're going to make it interactive by the way you watch the videos. It's going to be me teaching you math with a whole bunch of videos that go along with a workbook and an exercise book with the course. Now, the content of the Practical Math Foundations course is structured, so it's going to be like climbing a ladder, one step at a time. That's the key to this thing. Don't skip any rungs. It's very hard when you're climbing a ladder to go from rung number 7 to rung number 12. You need to go up every rung. And they've been structured very carefully for that reason. I will explain a topic to you in a lesson, and then I'm going to give you some homework to do. Now, this is really critical. Math is like any sport. You've got to practice it if you're going to get good at it and if you're going to really learn it. So you have to do your homework. That's your practice. You can watch the video as many times as you need to. In fact, you can pause and you can back it up and you can work along with me as I do problems in the video, sample problems before you do your homework. And indeed, that's a very good way then to learn to do problems, is working along with me. But the bottom line is you have to do the math yourself in order to learn it. Now, once you've done your homework successfully, and by the way, I give you all the answers for the homework problems so you can check your work. And once you've done it successfully, then there's a quick online quiz you can take, which will prove to you and whoever wants to know that you've learned that lesson. If it happens that you, quote, fail the quiz, maybe it's because you made a careless mistake. And if that's true, take it again right away. You can take it as many times as you need to until you pass it. But if you think, well, really, I didn't understand it, then go back and study the video some more and do some more homework until you do understand it. Now, above all, I want you to approach math like it's a game or a sport. I want you to have fun with it. And I can assure you that you will have fun with it once you get going. That's the key to the whole thing. No sports fun in the beginning when you're just getting started, but once you get going, you're going to have fun. Now, I want to tell you this, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. That's the nature of the beast. And this is very natural to make mistakes. All mathematicians make a lot of mistakes. And in fact, they laugh at their mistakes all the time. That's what we do. And that's why we always check our work whenever we're doing a math problem, particularly if it's an important math problem, because it's very easy to make a mistake. You want to check it. Now, what I'm going to teach you to do in the foundations course right away is to use a scientific calculator called the TI-30XA, And this is going to take all the drudgery out of the calculations that we used to have to do before calculators came along. In this foundations course, here's what you're going to learn. I'm going to teach you certain topics from algebra and geometry and trigonometry, those three subjects that you need to solve everyday practical problems. Now, don't be intimidated by those names. This is the math you're going to be learning in high school in the beginning, and I'm just going to select those topics that you need to solve practical everyday problems. That's why I call it the foundations course. Now, this course is probably only going to take you about 3 months. If you'll study a half an hour to an hour a day, 5 days a week, more or less. Of course, it's self-paced, so you may skip a day here, you may double up here and there, but in about 3 months, you're going to get through the course. Now, as I said, the course is self-paced. So it could take you a little more or a little less time than this, but this is not a race. I just want you to enjoy it and go at your own pace. What's important is that you get there. Work steadily and consistently, but don't work too hard. In fact, it takes time for math to soak in, just like it does any sport. You can't become really good at something just immediately overnight. Now, this I'm going to tell you. Wow, when you're finished with this foundations course, believe it or not, you're going to know more math than most adults do in this United States. You're going to be what I call matherate. There's literate for English and there's matherate if you know math. And most people are not matherate in this country. You will be. And in fact, you're now going to be ready to study almost any technical field you want to. And I'm going to tell you, by the way, in case you don't know this, you can make a really, really good living today in many, many technical fields right out of high school if you just study the fields, electrician, for example, or plumber, or mechanic. But you do need practical math as a foundation. Now, some of you are going to go into college and you want to study science and engineering. Well, this foundation course then gets you ready to continue your math studies. You'll need more math beyond the foundation if you're going to go into science and engineering or math itself. But this is the foundation for that, and it gets you ready. And so what you need to do is get started on this foundation course just as quickly as you can and enjoy yourself, and you're going to be amazed at how much you like math very quickly. So this is Dr. Dell. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.